let's hope we're right. It'd be a real shame if we don't continue, if we don't progress.
Yeah, it would be, it would be, and the tournament would, you know, um, it would be uninteresting to me.
Hmm. I mean, maybe it
I
was a shame as well. I know what you mean. We'd lose
yeah,
a bit of interest,
I
but it was
would,
a
yeah,
shame also that Millie Bright um, backed out, didn't she? Probably because of domestic circumstances.
yeah,
Because I think she's recently changed partner and things going on in her life. So, like everybody else, people can have issues in the background which totally affect what they're doing. But it's a shame nonetheless because she was always a very good defender. I would think she's quite formidable to come up against because she's got quite a big frame, and
yeah,
she doesn't. I don't get the impression she messes about. I mean, he won't easily get past Millie Bright.
yeah,
No disrespect to Williamson or certainly Greenwood. I mean, they're both very good players. I think Greenwood particularly is one of the best players in the team. She's consistent. She delivers beautiful passes, a bit like Kira Walsh on her day can do as well.
yeah,
And of course, Williamson is a good rock at the back there. But what I would say is, though, so many of our passes the other day were going astray, even from Williamson, and I think you know what we were underestimating was the desire of the
um,
French, the
yeah,
quickness, because they made the passes look like they were telegraphed. They were just too short, too soft.
yeah,
I don't think our players were doing much different, but they didn't read in many cases the fact that the French were going to be very quick to intercept a pass, and it made so many of our passes go straight to the French, and that
yeah,
is unusual for an England team, I think. So
yeah,
whether there was a measure of complacency of well, we've only got to turn up today to win this one. I don't think anyone ever thinks like that, but that can get into your game if you think, well, we're England, we're the holders, we should be fine. And we started off like that. We started off well, but we soon lost it. And maybe that was a bit of a kick up the backside for them, so that today they will have thought, yeah, hang on a minute, we're going to go out there and play the game we can play because we've got great players. There's Hemp, there's Walsh, there's Beth Mead. I could name all of them really. Russo up front. There's some excellent footballers in world football terms. So it was particularly disappointing because they didn't perform that well, as we know. But as I say, maybe that's the lesson they needed. It's better to get it out of the way when you've still got a good chance of going through
yeah.
than later. So I do hope we win tonight. As I say, I'm going to go for 2-1 to England. I'll even name the scorers. I'll go for I'll go for Russo to get one, and I will go for Georgia Stanway to get the other one.
Yeah.
And the France goal will be an own goal, sad to say, given away by Bronze. Sorry, Bronze, but I've got to say that we still win though.
Yeah, well, I'm banking. I'm really. I believe in the team actually, because this is a team that beat Portugal 6 goals, and Portugal
Yeah,
is a really good side.
they were.
To
Yeah,
then play France, and then lose by that margin. Yeah, but I must say you were right about the short passes. The passes were just it
yeah.
didn't have any. It didn't have any it didn't have any speed to it. It would really sloppy and slow. And I think that's where they got us because they were intercepting the passes. It were like they could read the passes because they were intercepting the passes. It were like they could read the passes that
Yeah, they did.
England could were gonna make. But then if the passes were like firm, then it would obviously get quicker who is intended to, but because he was just that sluggish, they could easily intercept it. Yeah, so I'm going for 3-1. I shall be watching it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. We've got to support our women. Yeah, we've got to
Yeah,
support our women.
absolutely.
Yeah, football. Yeah, right. So there's two players coming back to Manchester United, and one of them looks like he's not. Nobody is interested in taking him on, and we're talking about Marcus Rashford. He still hasn't got an offer, well, tangible one. So he's not being linked at the moment, according to what's floating up out there. He's not being linked at the moment with any football team around Europe, and I don't think the Saudis want him either. So I don't.
Which is strange. Yeah,
I know, which is really strange. So it's really not done a lot of. It's not done any good to his reputation, has it? You know, because he was a brilliant player, and to then go from grace to grass, you know, this is. And then the other one is Jadon Sancho, who has been linked seriously with Juventus. Now, whether that materializes or not, we don't know. So, how do you think it's going to work out with Marcus Rashford back at Manchester United? Because he's due to start training with them, pre-season training. What do you think is going to happen there?
Well, yeah, I think the pre-season training has already started at most clubs. Yeah. I mean, some of them will still have overseas trips. But yeah, Rashford was asked, as I read the other day, he was asked not to attend training at Manchester. I think because there was a bit of a bad taste in the club's mouth about it, the way he's spoken about the club and so on. But then I saw yesterday, I think it was, that he actually did turn up at training, which I suppose it shows he's got confidence, because, you know, I'm not sure his actions last season would have always gone down well with other players there. So, yeah, I mean, good luck to him. If he's got a fairly thick skin and he's not got a club, then arguably he's got to go back to where he's still under contracts. So you can't blame him for doing that.